Hello everyone, my name is Levi. I just got out of the shower so I'm the wet hair, and I'm gonna be making this while talking about my new album, Chaos is Deserved. Now, I know you might be tempted to scroll away, but just try to stick with me because not only will it help your attention span because I'll probably yap a lot, but I'll also put the release dates, the official release dates of Chaos is Deserved and the pre-release Leviathan at the end of the video. So let's start off with what is Chaos is Deserved. Well, it's my new official debut studio album. I had a first one, I had a first one called New Moon, but I've taken it down since then. Simply because it has an AI album cover, and when I made that album, I did not know and it wasn't really educated on what AI was, and to me it was just like this new thing to make album covers. I didn't have a lot of common sense back then. I wasn't very critically thinking, but I'm better now. I know the harms of AI. I do not like AI. I also have a lot more fun creating my album covers now. So let's start with the basics. What genre is Chaos is Deserved? Well, Chaos is Deserved is what I would consider kind of experimental, alternative rock, maybe alternative rock, and I've been working on it since October of last year. And recently, actually as I'm recording this, it is the same day that I finished recording the vocals and I got the album set to release on my music distributor. So, but this will probably take a while to come out because I need to edit it, and I don't like editing. There are 18 songs on the album. The title track, I've already put up the track list. I Was Alone is the intro, Leviathan is the pre-release, and Shadow's Lover is the title main track. And then the rest are like B-sides, according to K-pop standards at least. But I am very excited to get the album out because I've put a lot of time into it and I really like how it's come out. It's like, I think my favorite album or anything that I've created so far, mainly because and that is because I feel like I actually took the time to learn how to sing. And, oh, this was supposed to be one. Yeah, I got way too much water. I really took the time to learn how to sing, and I feel like I really took my time with the album. I know I say that when it only took 5 months, but like, I'm a very hard worker, okay, trust me. Worked a lot on the song, or the album, over like December, it's like Christmas. I worked a lot on it, and then I've taken like breaks from it at times, like just like week-long breaks, but like I've mainly been working on it. I do have some other albums planned, but yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. So this is the prime content y'all came here for, right? Chaos is Deserved is inspired by Christian mythology, like Gothic literature and media, and also just general horror. Probably could have guessed that it was inspired by Christian mythology by the like Leviathan thing, because I think in the Bible Leviathan is a sea serpent, and that's also where the V in my name, Luna V, comes from. That stands for Leviathan, or just Viathan. So I also have another song on the album called The Apple, and it was inspired by the story of Eve eating the apple. So, yeah, I'm not Christian or religious. I just am very fascinated by mythology and all of that. So, I actually don't really know how I came up with the idea. I don't really know how I come up with most of my ideas for stories or albums or just anything. It's just, it came to me in a dream. I don't know. I also have a story that I'm telling with it. It's like a very kind of, I feel like more basic story. It's just like you'll see when the album comes out. I don't want to spoil anything, but I feel like it can be described as a more basic sort of story, which is fine. You know, basic doesn't mean bad. And I feel like I kind of took it in my own direction well enough that it doesn't really matter that it's more basic premise of a story. My inspirations, like musically for this album, would have to be just rock artists, just general rock artists. Off the top of my head, Royal Lynn, I think that was her name. Delilah Bond, she's not really rock, but a more alternative artist, I'd say, and I was inspired by her music. My album is very, like, political, I'd say. Not political, but, like, you know, very about the issues of the world. The overall meaning of the album that I have written down in my notes app is how the problems of the world aren't new, we just have new information on them. And I feel like my motivation for this album was just that I really liked the story, and I'm just very excited because I really like how it is musically. I feel like I've progressed very well with my vocals, and you might even see that in some of the songs because I feel like I progressed while singing the album, and then I didn't go back and redo the old songs. So I feel like when listening to Leviathan compared to Starred, I feel like there'll be a big skill difference. But yeah, I have promotions starting. Like, this is not the first promotion video I've recorded. I kind of recorded some back when I didn't. Okay. Took what I liked in music, so like I like more grungy songs, and I also like more pretty songs, so I ended with both of those, which creates a really weird contrast, but it's fine. I also like songs with pretty lyrics. Yeah, I just kind of took what I like about music and turned it into Chaos is Deserved, because I was kind of like having a hard time making an album, at least just planning an album that I actually liked. Like, I had some planned, but I didn't really like them, so I scrapped them. And, you know, so on and so forth. But I finally landed on Chaos is Deserved, and I was like, what if? Just what if I just make an album that I would actually listen to as a music enjoyer, except it's my music and like I get to control it. So that's what I did. And then that's how we ended up with Chaos is Deserved, which I really like. Okay, so problem. There was something in the oven that had stuff on it. The stuff on the past part. I didn't know that was in there. I don't know what to do. This always happens to me. No one told me there is. Oh dear God. No one. Dude. What the hell? I didn't know that was in the oven. Why did I do that? That was a bad idea. It was also a bad idea. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, oh. This can just, that's a lot of smoke. This can that sit there? Yeah, that's not gonna burn anything. Sit! No one told me that was in the oven. This is the third time I have burnt something in like the last 6 months. And I know that's not a lot, but like, how does this keep happening? When I smelt that something smelled a little suspicious of fries, I should have checked the oven. Anyway, I'm gonna put the muffins in the oven. Okay, I don't remember what I was talking about, but I do think that will be the end of this little promotional video. Because first of all, I burnt something. Secondly, I don't know what I was talking about. Thirdly, I also don't know what to continue talking about. So yeah, Leviathan comes out May 1st, and then Chaos Observed comes out May 21st. But promotions for Leviathan don't start until the 18th of, the 18th of April, and then they end on the 13th of May, and for Chaos Observed, the promotion for that starts May 15th and then ends June 5th. So, yeah, please go stream, please check it out when it comes out. I'm very excited about it, and if you like alternative music or more experimental dark music, I think you'll really like it. So, yeah, I was Luna B. Bye-bye.